Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to this channel. Today we are going to do another recap video of my race from round 4 of the ECMX Supercross Championship here on PlayStation. I had to take over this round today and host everything. Kelmonger, our host of the series, couldn't make this one, so he had to pass the torch to somebody else. Um, I kind of came into this last minute. I had no intention of hosting this one or really any of these rounds. Like I'll host, I'll host a lobby and help Kel out that way, but with results and stuff like that, I want no part of it. So I came in underprepared. Things took a little bit longer than they should have, so I appreciate everyone's patience this round. So thank you guys for real for sticking around. But anyways, this is Los Angeles, the track that we're racing on, and this track makes some pretty good racing. It's a short track, so there's a lot of time to lose and not much that time to gain. And also, this track is very basic. There's not that many lines to separate you from the field. So everything was super tight, at least 5 to 6 guys in the 30-second lap ranges. So we got the worst gate pick right here. So we're already kind of stressing about that. And then it didn't glitch where it shift down on me or just wouldn't let me shift up. So we came into this corner last, somehow avoided all of the carnage right there, and came out of the second corner in the top 3. So I'm just going to call that pure luck because that's what that was, and I'll take it. So we're sitting in second right now on the first lap, right behind Junior Spirit, and he was flying on these first couple laps. He was doing that sneaky little triple line, so I knew he was feeling pretty confident, and I was just not in a groove in these first few laps. Like I got a pretty good lap on my third one, but I just kept on making little bobbles and was just not smooth at all like I was coming leading up to this. So at this point, I did not want to make any huge mistakes because if I go down like in these whoops or just below a corner, I can easily end up in 8th place and be thrown around in the pack. So we want to avoid that at all costs and just kind of race our race, keep our pace, and not let Junior Spirit out of our sights too far. So we just came into lap 4 with 36.55. So we're starting to chip away at the gap a little bit. Junior Spirit's still pretty far ahead, so we're kind of hoping he'll make a huge mistake like that one. These whoops were gnarly. They claimed me a couple times throughout this tournament too. So we can breathe a little bit, but I know he's going to try and put on a hard charge to come back and take away first again. So here we are, a couple laps later. We didn't really make too much of a gap between me and Junior Spirit, and I just keep on making like mistakes like these. I don't know what it was. I think it was just because I was so stressed out leading up to this tournament from hosting on such a very short notice. So, and when you're frustrated and just thinking about what's going on around you too much, you just can't focus on your lines, and you just end up making mistakes and um, it's just best to try to calm down. And I know it's easier said than done. So at this point, Junior Spirit's sucking up a lot to us as we get through that whip section pretty damn sketchy, and I blew it right here on this triple. So I'm freaking out. Internally, I'm screaming, but I just had to take a deep breath and reset, get back into the groove, and try to run my laps and try to chip away again at Junior Spirit. Because me and Junior Spirit actually went back and forth quite a bit in this first half of the race, and that was pretty fun. But at this point, I had to get a lot closer to him. And then we went through this whip section and blew it again. So I'm like, okay, get out of your head. We can do this. Reset, breathe, blah, blah, blah. But at this point, I think I started to ride a little bit better. I just had to take that big deep breath. It's like, okay, we got the mistakes out of the way. Let's just try to race and catch Junior Spirit again. But I also had another problem because I also had three to four guys behind me. and catching me. So I knew if I made another huge mistake like I just did, we would be back in like fourth or fifth place. So we definitely had to get our butt moving. So Junior Spear and I are coming to the lappers, trying to take advantage of it because they are slowing him up a little bit. He has to switch his line like he did right there, and he cases the triple or has a little bit too much of an arc going over it. So he got checked up right there. I tried to go on the inside of him. I didn't want to take him out, but man, that was pretty close. He was trying to take me wide right here, so we're getting a little aggressive, but nothing dirty, just some hard racing. And I tried to go the inside right here and take him high, but I didn't want to take him out by any means. But man, we had a pretty good battle at this point. We're side by side. And I think he made a pretty big mistake right there. No, yeah, he did. Yeah, I think he cased the rhythm section right there a little bit. So now we have a little bit of a gap. So we're on lap 13. We've got about 7 laps to go with like these 36-second lap times. So we really don't have that much time left. So definitely want to try to put in some good laps right now and not make any huge mistakes. So we're coming into lap 15 and we're running pretty conservative laps at this point because we don't want to blow the lead at all. But a little bit too conservative because that caught me off guard. I thought that was going to be Junior Spirit, but instead that was Platinum. And I'm pretty sure at a certain point in this tournament, he was about 10 seconds back. So I knew he was putting on a pretty good charge right now. Granted, Junior Spirit and I made some pretty big mistakes, which probably allowed him to get in a little bit closer, but nonetheless, he was flying right now. So I knew I had to flip a switch and try to put on some pretty good heaters to put a gap between me and him because we're on lap 16, only with about 4 laps left. So anything could really happen at this point because we got some lappers coming up as well. So we're on lap 17 and Platinum is still right there. He's definitely keeping us honest and putting on the pressure. Because at this point, I really wanted him to make a mistake and like give me some room. Um, but I think right here we got a little sketchy. I was surprised I did not go down right there. But I think he almost went down and cased a triple. So coming into lap 18 with only like a couple laps to left, I felt pretty good about a 4-second lead because I'm pretty sure that's the biggest gap I've had this whole entire race. So we want to try to hold that and not blow it. So we're also coming up on a lap or two, which is kind of making me a little nervous because, I don't want to hit him and then blow some more time. But it doesn't matter because I blew it right here. I don't know what happened, but my front end just said, nope, we're going to drop pretty damn hard and you're coming down with us. So that allowed Platinum to suck back up, and now we got a battle back on. And this was actually pretty fun. We had a pretty good battle these last couple laps. He comes in with an aggressive move right there in the inside. Nothing dirty, just good aggressive racing. And I try to come in and take him up high in this corner. It was a little too nice right there because I didn't want to take him out. I had to get a pretty good drive through this whip section. Drifted a little too far there and lost some time. We're coming up on some lappers again, so I'm hoping these guys will slow up just a little bit, but unfortunately for me, he got through it pretty clean. And Lapper got in my way right here. Not his fault. I'm pretty sure he didn't even see me on his screen. He was probably most likely getting out of the way. So we are on the last lap, and man, I was putting on a pretty good charge. We're sucking back into Platinum, so we're just trying to stay close to him as possible to hopefully get a pass. Get through these whip section pretty clean, and unfortunately I didn't. I got that pretty gnarly pop right there. So I had to take this little sneaky triple line right here to suck back up. But unfortunately, I drifted too far to the outside and went off track, and I just was not close enough to make that, last lap, last corner takeout. But Platt got the win. It was a pretty damn good race, so congratulations to Platt. And then Nezra and Think Razor were right there too, all within 15 seconds. So it was a pretty close race. But I'll post the links for the tournaments in my description of this video. So thank you guys for watching. I will be back next week for round 5, and I think it's in Minneapolis. So if you guys want in on this, go check out the links in the description of this video. Thank you guys for watching.
Oh,
Peace.
God damn it. Oh, you got me. God damn.
I blew it on like the second to last lap too. Good race, Blatt.
God damn.